going on, everybody? This is Super Robot Ed, and today we have in front of you something I've been wanting for months, and the show has a hit so far, and it is King Ohger, or Ohsama King Ohger for some of y'all. And yes, the name of the main Megazord, which is not called the Megazord or Mecha, is the same name as the anime. Now, with this set, you get not only all of the Mecha to form King Ohger, you also get this guy, God Kabuto. We will talk about him in another video. But we have all of them here. And we're going to start with the smallest, as I don't look at these as the main mecha. I just look at these as auxiliaries. First, we have an ant. And this is God Ant. That's right, God Ant. After that, we have these two, which are known as God Kumo. They are the spiders that form, the chest. It just makes it look a little bit more, not as sparse looking. Next, we have the God Tento, which are the two ladybug-like creatures. And they are ladybugs. Ladybugs, they give you luck. So, lucky. All right. Now we go on to the main mech. We're going to start here with the God Hachi, which is the hornet. Or bee or wasp. I think he looks more like a hornet, but he is a wasp. And the interesting thing is the tail kind of moves just for articulation, but just because this is the, I guess you could say, right or left, depending on where you're looking at it, foot of King Ohger. The wings do rotate, but that's about it. It's not really much going on. Now, I know a lot of people have been talking about the plastic on these things. The plastic's okay. I mean, it's not, I still think it's better than Hasbro, but hey, Bandai Namco is doing its thing, and you can make it fly around like this, like zzz. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's so much you can do with this set, and I'm just like, man, I really do enjoy the set so far. All right, we're going up the ladder here. The next one is God Papillon, which will be the butterfly, and you can see this is where the head of King Ohger is. And this is going to also split into two parts. This is part of the head, the legs here. The wings do a flapper. You do have back here where you can rotate this because the head can rotate. So you can kind of, do this or, do that, whichever one you want to do, but it's just there. The feet kind of go inward, and then they have this kind of like a, it does like that. And you can do that. And of course, again, the head doesn't move, but the wings do flap. They have these patterns that aren't symmetrical in paint. And it scares you at first. You're like, hey, the paint's great. No, it's just different patterns. Pretty cool. We're going to move up the ladder here. The next one is going to be God Kamakiri, which is the praying mantis. And he looks like this. And though you can kind of make him stand up, I think you can. I don't know, because all this kibble's in the way. So I don't know how they did that. But anyway, he stays like this. The head is articulated here, so you can move the head however you want. These little mandible claws move, the legs do move, the tail does move as well because it is a foot, and you can see the connection right there. Next, we're moving on up to God Tombo, which is the dragonfly, and I need him on screen now. The dragonfly also splits into two parts, as he is the sword for King Ohger, but he is also the wings. And again, this, some people say it's cheap. Yeah, I mean, personally, everybody's getting cheap. So there's not much we can do, but the wings do flapper. And again, they have these patterns, and the patterns are so different. You know what I'm saying? Just so different on each. So it does like that. And it's got this nice, it just looks like, dragonfly. This is very, very cool. So agreed. I like this one. And then finally, we got the big red machine here, aka none other than, oh Lord, I forgot his name. See, I had to write this part. I did have to write down because, like I said, I'm only 3 episodes into the series. God Kuwagata, and he is the Stag Beetle. If you watch Kamen Rider Kabuto, and the Accessory, that's the weapon they have, is the actual morphing or changing weapon is very similar to the final form of Kabuto, where he has the sword, and he could call all of the other Zectors, all Zectors combined. You gotta, you guys don't know a lot of stuff I watch, and a lot of stuff. I do way more than Transformers. I've been watching Sentai officially since 04 with Deca Rangers, so I know the differences between the Super Sentai versus the Power Rangers, and I watch a lot of the pre-Power Rangers, which is, before Zoo Rangers. So Jetmon, I watched that. It's a very good one, and I think that's an anniversary show. Livemon, I'm still watching Digimon. Oh, I love Digimon. Oh, it's just 8. That's Marvel, by the way. Just the early Sentai was Marvel up until I think Sun Vulcan, and then after Sun Vulcan, it went to not Bioman, Go-Go 5 is well, I gotta go back and look at my list, but I know him. I got a lot to remember here. But this is the Red Mecha. Now he is the main body. He is a lot comprised of the body. You have these paint, like I said, they have these like crazy paint jobs, man. But he's big, like I said, he's just a big mecha. And if you watch the show, when he forms, it's just so cool. Yeah, I just love it. In the claws, I mean not the claws, but the mandible pinchers here, they go in and out, they go up and down. I just love the way it's like. Only thing with mine, I can't figure out how to get mine to stand up like they do in other ones. Like I feel like mine just keeps falling down because of these legs. So I probably did something wrong, because like I said before, you know me, I don't read my instructions. I just pull it out the package and start playing with it because I'm just a big kid. I'm excited when I get these. But yeah, I mean, this is, and watching this on the show and seeing how, why is mine doing that? Before it wasn't. It was standing up straight. Oh, dang on it. This is going to piss me off, man. I wish these were a little stronger. Now he just wants to fall down. So, okay. You want to fall down for the rest of the video? Well, all right, then. That's what we're going to do. Now, we're going to move this box out the way. We're going to pause for the cause, get everything put together, and then we're going to talk about the robot, do a little bit of comparisons, and I'm going to do my final thoughts in 2 and 2. All right, we're back by YouTube magic. Let's begin. So we start with this guy, and I'm going to do this by memory. The first thing you want to do is twist this down. Should have been living here. And what do we have in front of you? King Ohger. This is King Ohger without any weapons. And you can position these any way you want. But he has articulation. And yeah, I hate these coming off, but they do. But again, you're not going to break it. And I mean, look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this. Well, sometimes that happens. But it's a necessary step. But you can see, even with I take that off. When have you ever seen a mecha do this? A Sentai, I mean, he has articulation. And like I say, he can go back. He can go only this far out, but I think that's due to other mecha forming on this. Let's make sure we put this back and make sure these are out wide. But yeah, he can do that. Like I say, he can do many things. He just compose. I mean, yes, it's everything that you see in a modern transformer. He even has waist swivel, and it's not because it's part of a transformation. That is awesome. This thing is awesome. We're gonna get a little bit of. I'm gonna brighten this up just a tad here. Get a little bit of brightness because we're far away. Now back. This goes here. Yeah, here it goes. And this is the sword. Well, I do swear I think I got this on backwards, man. But that's the sword. And then you take the God Ant and you kind of just put it right there, and you got Sasword. and it's a very big sword, but it has storage. And you put the sword in his hand, and King Ohger can attack. Like I said, if you watch the show so far, you will know, and the head is articulated. If you have watched the show so far, you have seen this, and if you have seen this, you know that this thing looks just like the screen. It's uncanny how they got this to work. I like it. I mean, it's not perfect, but we know that we're going to get more stuff with it. Like, for example, we're probably going to get Mecha that goes here because there's clips here. There's some more open clips all over this thing, but I mean, look at that sword, man. And because of the fact that, you know, we want to make sure to show you here, the sword does clip on the back. On the back. Let's see, we're going to put that right there. And boom. There you go. So, I mean, and yes, he does stand up. I think I got to straighten out the leg just a little. Man, oh man, you are not going to believe this thing is this articulated. This is what you call, man, I every time I look at this thing, even it just looks so cool, man. Let's get a wide screenshot of that. Oh my goodness. So, all right, and we're back by YouTube Magic, and I just want to do a comparison with one of my favorite Sentai series, and that is none other than Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger. It was a set of two teams where the Pat Rangers were the police and the Lupin Rangers were the thieves. They were very cool, but they all came and formed with Patch. I can't go through all that. All right, we're gonna keep on going because there's a lot to talk about. But this is older school mecha, and it's very heavy. The plastic quality on this is very super durable compared to this. They are the same size. Now, if you have stuff from like Dawn Brothers, that's a very large mech. Kira Major, it's very small, but they did use a clear plastic for most of all of the figures in that line. But as you can see here, they're pretty much the same size. This is the standard size of what Sentai should be. Dawn Brothers was too big, and just looking at the figures, they just look so cheap. But the plastic on this is heavier. It's just durable, but it's not like, oh, this is just cheap flimsy plastic. It just has a certain quality that you can tell across the board with a lot of the toy companies. Their manufacturing processes are changing. It's more cheaper, but it probably lasts longer than this. But this is a little weighty figure, but this is also a gun with a it's got radio and sounds in the back and everything, and I don't want to play it, but this is still one of my favorites. And yellow was hard to find at one point, so buy the whole box set. You go to Amazon Japan, you probably get it for like $30, $40. Yeah, it's worth it if you're into the series. If not, don't worry about it. This is going to cost you about 100. If you get the Kabuto set, it might run you between $89 to $100, but it's worth it. It's so worth it to get everything right off the bat. Because I think this series is going to really hit its stride. So we're going to get to the final thoughts in 2 and 2. So, what do I think about this figure? Overall, I love King Ohger. So far, so good. I've been happy to have gotten this. I've been wanting this. I saw this. I couldn't wait for the show. I said, something about this speaks to me. And I don't care how people feel about it. Some people say, really look like Transformers. I don't care. That's your problem. Deal with it. This thing right here is awesome. So let's get closer up here to where we need to be. I mean, man, look at that. Look at that. This is where we're going with Sentai. Hopefully, if they do adapt the shows, like I said, they're not following the adaptation like they used to, where every year they would do the Sentai show. It's kind of happened during, before we got the Gold Busters, which actually became Beast. What did that become? Beast Morphers or something like that? Well, it was so late. But before that, when they went to like Super Mega Force, whatever it was called, that was actually not Shinkenger. It's the Pirates. And then before that, they did the other show with the Angels, Go Saiger. And then after that, they did Go Kaigers. Go Saiger was about angels, which they called Mega Force or something. And then, of course, when they got the anniversary show, which was Go Kaiger, they did, they couldn't do everything for Gokaiger because Gokaiger was encompassing, if I'm not mistaken, 35 years of Sentai or something like that. So yeah, they just couldn't. No, 40. That was 2008, 2009. No, 35 years. So you just couldn't, bring all the Rangers that you didn't ever see before Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Zoo Ranger. All right. So overall, I love this figure. I think this figure is swell. I think this figure just, man. But we're not done. Part 2 is going to be of the Kabuto as well as the auxiliary weapons that I have so far. And I just want to say, I love this figure. This has been what I've been playing with for a few days now. And I got some other stuff. I got some Holy Grails in, but this, bruh, this thing is the truth. So this is my review of DX King Ohger from the show Ohsama King Ohger. And they're on episode 3. So if you're ready to get into this, you got to figure out how to watch it on your own. But go out and watch it. It's really fun. It's like kingdoms and everything like that, and it's a very grandiose show so far. Special effects and everything like that. So, we've already had red, blue episode. No, we're on episode 4 because we did red, blue, yellow. Now we're gonna do black, but black's kind of evil. That's all I'm gonna say. Not gonna spoil anything else. Just go watch the show. All right, this is Super Robot Ed. See you soon with more news and reviews. We'll be on to part 2 in just a few moments. Bye-bye.